And we are back. Twice in one day. I did a test stream this morning with Sonoma and Ecamm Live. Now I'm back to my normal setup. This is not Sonoma. Sonoma was fine, but there's a couple little things that I was missing. So we have a couple of comments already. Jamaica tuning in, and also from Brazil. This is incredible. This is a worldwide Final Cut Pro community that I really enjoy coming on and chatting with everybody. We already got thumbs up, a bunch of thumbs up. So do you like getting things when they're on, buying things when they're on sale? I do. I really do. So I figured I'd put a big Black Friday sale broadcast together for the listening audience and myself. I've bought a lot of these things that I'm going to be showing today. I have indeed. Let me just check, make sure Final Cut did not get updated. So let's see, here we go. This is the way I do it. I do a search for Final Cut Pro in the search field. Then when it comes up, I click on it and look for update button rather than the open button. Right now, we're on 10.6.2 still, so it hasn't been updated yet. And the odds of it updating at this point are not that great for today. So I would say next Tuesday would be the next most likely day, although they could do it tomorrow, they could still do it today. But I'm going to say, since I don't see it here, it's not there, it's not there, it's not there. This will say update when it's available. One good thing about it is we've gotten 4.7 out of 5 stars. 4.7 out of 5 stars with 12,000 review ratings. So that is really good because it used to be 4.2. It used to be 4.2. So we'll check back every once in a while. I'll leave it up and just check back to see if they sneak 10.7 in. Dennis Jones says, where's Black Friday? Where's 10.7? I hope it comes before Black Friday. I would say, of course, there's a possibility, but I'm not going to think Black Friday would be a good day for a Final Cut Pro update. Now, that doesn't mean it won't happen. They could do it. They've updated Final Cut Pro on a Sunday before. One time on a Sunday, so what kind of things? We have plugins, Black Friday plugins on sale. Almost everybody's plugins are on sale. A lot of people's plugins are on sale. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. It is appreciated. So I put on there waiting for Final Cut Pro 10.7, of course. Well, we are, right? Everybody's waiting for Final Cut Pro 10.7. Apple announced it at the Final Cut Pro Creative Summit. I'm just going to check and make sure the audio is. The audio sounds pristine. Pristine. I had an issue installing I use a United Audio Apollo Twin X audio interface with the TLM 103 microphone. See, my microphone is right here, just out of sight. Some people have these big arms that come in and have the microphone over here and got these big arms and stuff. You don't need that. This is right in front of me, just barely out of sight, and it sounds good. Now, rather than have these big arms that are for radio disc jockeys, just have a little desk stand with the microphone that comes up. You don't need those big arms sitting in the frame. I think they're kind of silly looking myself. For DJs, radio announcers, they aren't on camera, so it doesn't make any difference. It's really nice for them. But anyway, mine is right here. It's about 6 inches away. You cannot see it. It's just barely out of sight, and it sounds good. This is a Neumann TLM 103 going into an Apollo Twin X audio interface. Let's do some plugins first. How about that? We'll do some plugins first. Let's do some plugins. Let me see what we got here. I have a long list. We're going to do plugins. We're going to do some microphones. We're going to do some cameras. Going to do some all kinds of stuff. Anything Final Cut Pro related. Mystery sale. We'll do early access. I'm looking through my list here. Oh yeah, there's one. Let's do this one first. How do you get these? Let me see something. There we go. So the first one we're going to do is our friends Steve and Mark over there at Ripple Training, and there's your Big Sale -40. Save 40% with Big Sale -40. It excludes Final Cut for iPad bundles and FX Factory plugins. 40%. 40%. That's a huge, huge savings over there at our friends over there at Ripple Training. Let me get up where I belong. Let me see. So that's the first one. All kinds of 40% is a good sale. 40% is a good sale. Not only that, but Ripple Training also, when they've updated their DaVinci Resolve bundle from 16 to 17 and 17 to 18, they didn't charge anybody for it. That is a good customer service. Will there be an update for Final Cut Pro for iPad for other iPads? I don't think so. I don't think so. If you want to edit on other iPads, you're going to have to use LumaFusion. Here's another one. Pixelmator Pro is on 50% off. That's a great one. I use Pixelmator Pro all the time. I use it all the time. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. It is appreciated. Thank you very much. So that's the first one. What else do we have here? I'm going to do another couple. Let's do another. Rogerio says, I bought Pixelmator Pro, worth every penny. So I've had it for years. I use it for a lot of things, for graphics and stuff. So I'm a big fan of Pixelmator Pro as well. I use it all the time. Let's see what else we have. We'll do a plugin, then we'll do some hardware, then we'll do some other software. So since we mentioned this, let's do this. Where is my graphics? Here we go. Since I mentioned that, let's do this. This is a fantastic sale. LumaFusion mystery sale. Okay? LumaFusion mystery sale. LumaFusion is half price starting November the 23rd. Starting in the United States, Thanksgiving. I'm going to open this up a little bit. $14.99. $14.99. Okay? That's 3 months of renting Final Cut for the iPad. 3 months. And you get it forever. No further, you pay for $14.99, the same price you pay for 3 months for Final Cut for iPad, and you get it forever. Now, this doesn't start until November the 23rd, which is Thanksgiving here in the United States. By the way, happy Thanksgiving, everybody here. And it's available in the App Store, Google Play, Galaxy Store. It's available for the Mac and the Mac App Store. It's available for iPhones. It's a fantastic NLE for the iPad. It's my favorite. I like it a lot. I've been around Final Cut for iPad, and now I really like it a lot. I don't like paying $4.99 perpetually for the rest of my life. That's one thing I don't like about it. If I could buy it outright, I'd already have it. Pixelmator plus Motion 5 is a win-win combination. And this person doesn't like LumaFusion, but I can't help that you don't like it. Pixelmator plus Motion 5 is a win-win combination, absolutely. Will that work on an old regular iPad? It works on my 4-year-old iPad Air 2. So it very likely can. I'm sure they have a list up on what devices it works, but it works on the iPhone, works on the Mac, works on Google devices, Android, works on Chromebooks. Very, very wide audience. Very, very wide audience. Let's go back and get another plugin. While we're here, look at this. Outlier FX. This is on sale. This is a brand new plugin on sale. Normally $29.99. It's on sale for $19.99. Look at that. Fantastic. It's Outliner FX. Animated outline effects for Final Cut Pro. I'm not going to play the trailer because I got a strike on YouTube the last time I did that, because some of the music in the trailer. So I'm not going to click on it this time. Fooled me once, Brett. I'm not going to do it this time. It was a strike that just said I can't monetize that last video because of that. I replaced the music, by the way. But it's $19.99. Outliner FX. Very, very cool plugin over there at Brett, BRETFX.com. Another one. I have a couple dozen listing of a couple dozen things that we're going to show you today. Some of it's hardware, a lot of plugins, some other software things. I've been gathering them up for a few days, and I figured I'd come on here and we'll just talk about it. Let me just check and make sure they didn't sneak out Final Cut Pro while we're gabbing over here. Not yet. Not yet. There it is. Final Cut Pro, Final Cut Pro. It's not out there yet. Not out there yet. Brett says, it's emotion array music. I have to prove I have a license every time. Very annoying. Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting that. I saw I had a strike on YouTube. I got an email that said that I can't monetize this one video. And I said, what? The only music I'm playing is my music that I wrote and recorded with my band at the beginning. And then I went and it said, no, it's like 1 hour and 11 minutes. I said, what was that? And it was your ad. So it's no big deal. It wasn't a real strike. It's just you can't monetize this video. And I just took I took the audio out and replaced it with some other music, and it's fine. It's not a big deal. I thought that was funny. You can't, you get strikes all the time from things. So music strikes. Let's see what else we have. Let's do some more plugins. Let me see what else I have here. So there's a lot of plugins. Let's do this one. A lot of these are on Amazon. This one is the GoPro Hero 12 Black. Waterproof action camera, blah, blah, blah. It's on sale for 13% off. Black Friday deal for $349. If you are in the market for a Go Hero Black 12 Black, I'm a little bit tempted by it. I have an older one, a 7 or an 8. So this is a good deal. 13% off. Black Friday deal over there at Amazon.com. $349 instead of $399. $349 instead of $399. That was that one. Let's do another one. Let's do something else there. Let's do microphones. So the best microphones by far, I highly recommend these microphones, and it's a very steep sale. Let me just turn that off. Very steep sale. It's a really good sale. is the DJI mic. You get 2 transmitters, 1 receiver, charging case, wireless lapel lavalier microphone, 820-foot range, 12-hour battery, noise cancellation, wireless microphone, blah, blah, blah. Normally they're $339. They're on sale for $249. On sale for $249. As a matter of fact, I have mine right here. These are the best by far. Best form factor by far. Now, the Rode Wireless Pro copied this. The Rode Wireless Pro 1 and 2 didn't have any charging case. They charged you $19 for a magnet initially. They charged you extra for a lightning cable initially. I went online with them around and round. I said, why don't you have a lightning cable? Oh, we couldn't possibly have every cable that everybody needs. Yeah, you could. But this comes with all that. Got a magnet there. It's got the mic clip. It's got the lightning connector. It's got the USB-C connector. So I just plug this right into my phone. No cable needed. It's a fantastic setup. Fantastic. So I highly recommend those. Plus, the other thing is you can look at the menus on the side here rather than the top. So you don't have to look down on top of your camera. You can see it facing you, or in your iPhone, either one. You can see it facing you. You don't have to look down on it. That's another advantage. Plus, they were the first ones to come out with the charging battery case. It can charge. So highly recommend the DJI mic, wireless mic. So that is $249 instead of $339. So it's 24% off. It's a very, very good deal. All right, let's see what else we have. We're going to stick with that. No Final Cut Pro yet. Probably at this point, I would say, what time is it? It is 2:26 on the East Coast. The odds of it coming out right now are not that great. I mean, it still could. I thought they might want to get it out before Thanksgiving to let us have something for Thanksgiving. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. It is appreciated. But they have not so far. So far, they have not. So probably it's looking like we're not going to see 10.7 today. Not giving up hope 100%, but the odds are not great. You're hitting Command R? No, nope, I don't do that. What I do is, let me show you what I do. What I do is I search for Final Cut Pro up here in the search field. Then when it comes up, I click on it. This I found to be more reliable than Command R in your updates. I found it here multiple times when it did not show up in my updates folder. Put that up there. So I search for Final Cut Pro up here. When it comes up, sometimes it'll say update here. Sometimes I got to click back and forth a few times for it to come up. But I found this to be much more reliable on seeing when the update is actually in the store than Command R. This is what I've done. This is what I found to be more reliable. Because I've hit Command R, I've gone to my updates, it's not there, it's not there. I go do a search for Final Cut, click on it. As a matter of fact, any update you can't find, do a search for it. A lot of times it'll show up there instead. Good to know, absolutely. I got a few tricks up my sleeve. So here's one of the things. Let me see if I have this available. We just showed that. Let me see if I can find this. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm waiting to do. As soon as 10.7 comes out, I'm going to do this. Over there at fcpx.tv, I have a list of my top 100, and I'm going to scroll. Number one has been a scrolling timeline all this time. Number one, that movie that you can see down there, has got like 7,000 or 8,000 views on it because it has the iMovie for iPad scrolling timeline when Final Cut Pro never had one. So this is what I'm waiting to do, and this is going to stay up. I'm going to cross this off my website as soon as 10.7 comes out with the scrolling timeline. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. It is appreciated. Thank you very much. We have a lot of thumbs up today, as we usually do. So it says, I think Command R doesn't work in the App Store. It works if you go to, let me show you. MacBook. Who in the heck's calling me? Salisbury, Maryland. I don't think so. It works. Here's where it works. If you go down here, go to Updates, and you hit Command R. That's where it works. If you go to Store, Reload Page, there it is, right there. But you have to be in your updates. Okay, you have to be in your updates. I'm going to put that back up there. I've found it more reliable to search for Final Cut Pro and do it this way. Anytime I can't find something, this is how I do it. Our friend Eric says, later in the month, when I heard, meant the last week of the month to me. Not necessarily. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. It could be any time. It could be any time. Later in the month just means later in the month. Logic 10.8 came out the day it was announced. We saw the demo. We got to see the demo live. It obviously works. Now, Apple could be on vacation this week. That would be something else. So if it doesn't come out today, which it doesn't look like it's going to, it's already 2:31, I'd say next Tuesday would be the best, most likely day. But it could come out tomorrow. It's unusual. Wednesday's an unusual day. Tuesdays and Thursdays are big days. Thank you for the thumbs up. We got a lot of thumbs up already. Once again, it is appreciated. Let me see something. Yeah, here we go. Thumbs up. Fantastic. I can click on the icon and I can see where everybody's watching, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. We're on all three platforms. So fantastic. Later in the month could be later in the month. Last week of the month. That doesn't mean, it just means later in the month from the day we saw it, which we saw it on the 7th, so it could be any time. That's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to get. Like I said, Logic came out the same day, so Logic came out, 10.8 came right. I've been using Logic. I wish I had 10.7 to use. I have some projects that I want to work on. Haven't got them yet. All right, let's go back to some more things here. So I showed you the DJI mics. Now let me show you a competitor to the DJI mics, which I needed a backup. I needed a backup for the DJI mics. I needed same form factor, cheaper price. This is a backup. So I got these. And they're on sale. This is the same price I paid for them. Fulham X5 wireless lavalier microphone system, blah, blah, blah. Are they as good as the DJI? No, they're not. They're a little cheaper. The case is cheaper, but they're very, very cool. I really like them. The quality is fine. You don't have the granular ability to adjust volumes on transmitters and stuff. These have, I think, 5 volume settings. They seem to be fine. They also take a lapel microphone. I like them. But for a backup, $99 for a backup. Normally they're $129, so 23% off. This is another Black Friday deal. This is the price that I paid for them about a month ago before I went to the Creative Summit. This is another one. Now, I don't put my mic on like this. I put it inside my shirt with the magnet on the outside, so you always see is a little square magnet. I don't do that way. Some people like that. I just don't like it. The other thing is, if you're doing this with your microphone, if you do this with one of these microphones and hold it up like it's a regular microphone, I'm not going to watch your video. You look ridiculous. You look ridiculous. Just put it in your shirt. Put it on your shirt where it belongs. Don't hold it up like it's a regular microphone. You look silly, especially if it has a wind muff on it. You look ridiculous. Put it on your shirt where it belongs. I've also seen people hold a lapel microphone up here like this. I won't watch your video if you do that. I'm just going to go someplace else. All right. Thank you for the thumbs up. It is appreciated. Let's see what else we have. We got a list of a whole bunch of things. So let's go to, here's something that every video editor needs. Everyone. And I just got this. This is another one that's on sale, and I just got this. AeroPress. AeroPress. Now, this is the clear. I bought it because it's the clear version. It really is, it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of work. I have one that I take with me when I go to NAB and when I go to the Final Cut Pro Creator Summit so I can make coffee in my room. But I had to get this. I've been waiting for this clear one to go on sale, and it finally went on sale. Now, they say this clear plastic is medical grade plastic. It's medical grade plastic. It's Triton. Is that what it is? Triton, I think the material is. Crystal clear, shatterproof Triton, yeah. Apparently, it's medical grade plastic, but it's crystal clear. I've already I made this cup with it. I made this cup. I'm not sure exactly why they invented the AeroPress, but I'm really glad they did. It makes a fantastic cup of coffee, and you can do it multiple ways. It's not just one way of making coffee. You can do it multiple ways to get different flavors out of it. It takes anywhere from 1 minute to 3 minutes. I do the inverted method, is the method that I do. Let me just check on something here. Fantastic. That's interesting. So, pink hand waving. It's really weird that in the YouTube interface, there's actually a pink hand waving, but it came through as pink hand waving. I'm not sure why. I'm just make sure we're getting all the comments. Want to make sure we're getting all the comments. So let's do another plugin or whatever. Let me just, I'm going to go over there. Let's go over here. Let's do another plugin. Plugin. Let's do another one. Here we go. Now I got to do this one on the graphics page. Graphics. Let's do that. Let's take that off. And here is our friend from the Creative Summit and elsewhere, Dylan Bates, the Final Cut Bro on Twitter. Here's a video for those interested. Deleting this on 11/28, 40% off his Final Cut Pro plugins. I don't own any of his plugins, but I'm sure they work fine. So you have to go to his website. Just go on Twitter. Tell him you saw it on Final Cut TV. 40% off, just like Ripple Training. This is 40% is a hefty discount. All right, we talked to Dylan over there at the Creative Summit. He had a good time. I met him at NAB a couple years ago, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. I'll be going. I've already started my plans. For his picture-in-picture effect is good, Richard. You should try it. I got Ian Anderson's picture-in-picture effect, and I really, really, really like it. I use it all the time. I got his picture in picture. If, as a matter of fact, let me just pull this up real quick. We had an update to Final Cut Pro 10.7.
Yes.
And as usual, no matter what you do, everybody's not going to be happy. I'm happy. I'm very happy with the update.
Well, I'm ecstatic with the update because it did not include text-based editing.
Do you have a favorite feature from 10.7 when they introduced it?
I love the scrolling timeline. I mean, the other things are useful, and any individual editor will use them to one degree or the other. But to me, the scrolling timeline is the one that I will use every day.
100% agree with you. 100% agree with Philip on that. Scrolling timeline is his favorite. A lot of people told me that was their favorite. Absolutely. So that was Ian Anderson's picture-in-picture effect that I really, really like. I don't think I need to. I don't know what difference it would be for Dylan's, but I use Ian Anderson's. Works very, very well. All right, what else do we have? Oh, I'm going to do some things that aren't specifically post-related, but things that I find very useful. This is a great price for this product. AirTags, 4-pack, $79. I use these, I put these in everything. I put them in my suitcases when I'm traveling. I put them in my bags and stuff. I put them on my keys. I put one in my wallet. I really, really like this, but this is a great, great price. Normally, they're $99 for 4-pack. This is now less than $80, $79.99. 4-pack of AirTags. Let me get rid of some of these screens off of my thing there. Here we go. There we go. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Now, you've heard me talk about the Lumix S5 Mark II X that I bought. I got a really, really good deal on it. It's $100 off over there at B&H. Instead of $21.99, it's $22,099. Holiday savings, $100, which is just, this is a good, it's a good deal. And I think you can get it with different accessories and stuff. I believe so. So that's a pretty good deal. I highly recommend that camera, especially at that price point. I was waiting for the Sony to update, for the Sony a7S III to go to the 4. I was waiting for the a7 IV to go to the 5, and neither one of them did that around the time that I was buying that. Now, I'll be using that. I used it for the Creative Summit. It's dramatically good in low light. I bought it for some of those darker classrooms because sometimes they were very, very dark. I'm not sure why the presenters chose to have the lights turned off, but a lot of times they were dark. The Lumix S5 Mark II X did a great job of punching through that darkness. Let me show you. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Look at this. So the picture on the left is the actual light. Picture on the left is the actual light in the room, and the picture right below me, right here, is my Lumix S5 Mark II X. Same shot at the same time. Same shot at the same time. That the actual light was on the left, but my Lumix shot this one. It's like having a military camera in your arsenal. Great, great job. This is exactly why I brought the Lumix S5 Mark II X to the Creative Summit. Sometimes the classrooms are dark, and the iPhone just doesn't do that well in really dark light. This is my first cup made with my new clear AeroPress. I just got that an hour ago. Got it delivered, and I figured I'd make a cup. Red Komodo bundles are 15% off. Yep. Red looks like to be a very, very good camera. People really, really like their Red cameras, the people that have it. All right, let me just check make sure Final Cut Pro doesn't sneak out on us. Nope, not there. It is not there. So I would say the odds of 10.7 coming out today are very, very low. By the way, my expectations were down here for Final Cut Pro. They have now been raised back up to a mid-level with Final Cut Pro 10.7. There's lots of features that are, there's 4 or 5 main features, but the scrolling timeline for me is my main thing that I've been waiting for a long time. So we have a comment. Would you recommend the Lumix S5? I would not recommend the S5. Go with the S5 Mark II at least. At least. There's too many good things about it. Full-size HDMI instead of that little micro HDMI. It's got better low light. It's got all kinds of cool features. If you don't want to get the X, I got the S2X. Get at least the S2. It has great features as well. But it's a great camera. It's $2,200 the X is. The comparable Sony camera is $3,500 or $3,600 just for the body. A dramatic difference in price. I don't know how they crammed so much good quality in the S5 IIs, but they did a great job. I'm glad I didn't get the GH6 or the GH5 Mark II. I avoided that. I said, I don't want any micro four thirds cameras. I'm just going to buy either a Sony system or a full frame Lumix. And I went with the Lumix because it came out when I needed it, and $2,200. Fantastic. B&H has it for $2,100 right now. All right, let's go back to our list of things to do. Here's another one that's not necessarily post-related, but it is something I recommend, which is the AirPods Pro 2, second generation. Now, this is the version with USB-C, which I don't have, but look at the price. Normally, they're $249, $189, $190, $60 off. Great price. I highly recommend these. I use these all the time, listening to podcasts when I'm walking and stuff. So that's another great deal right now. All right, let's do a couple more. Not a couple more. We have probably a dozen more. Let's see what else we have. What else do we have I want to talk about? Looked at that. We looked at that. We looked at the AeroPress. Oh, this is a good one. This is a really good one. Both of these are good. So Eric says, yep, he bought the AirPods Pro 2 at that price. It's a great price. I think I paid $190 or $195, but I've had mine for over a year. So I've had mine for over a year. This is another really something that I recommend. If you have an iPhone. If you don't have an iPhone, you don't need it. So where is my version of that? I actually have this. So I have that exact device. I paid this $68.70. This is the small rig case for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. It's on sale for $68, 20% off. Now, I looked at this and I don't like the form-fitted cases normally. However, one of the things that this had, I have a series of Moment M-mount lenses. I have a series of them. I'm not getting the T series. I'm not getting any more lenses for my iPhone. Okay, I just don't want them. The lenses in the iPhone are doing fantastic. And I was going to sell my M-mount lenses, but look at this. can't see very well. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Native, the M-mount lenses for Moment fit natively on this cage. So the Moment iPhone 15 case is $40. This was $69. I wasn't going to get the case for the Moment lenses for my iPhone 15 Pro Max. I was just going to sell the kit. I like the anamorphic lens, and I like a couple of the other lenses. But instead of selling it, because I'd lose money, I said, let me get this cage. And it works fantastically. Mounts the Moment lenses on. But this is something else that I found that I just absolutely love. Quick release handle. I love the quick release handle system. It just came out. It locks on, and then you can get it off. You can change it. If I want to change it to over here, I can change it here. I can change it over here. There's 4 different places you can have it. So this is the way I'd be using it if I was using it, especially with the Moment lens. And I would just balance it out with my finger. But you can quick release. It's a fantastic system. It's locked very, very tight. The other thing is it has a shutter button up here. It's a Bluetooth shutter button. You can hook this up to your phone, press it, and stop and start recording. So you don't have to press your screen. This stops and starts recording. It's also removable. It's a little button that's removable. You don't even need to use it with the cage. It's really, really good. So I'm very, very pleased with this. Although I don't like cages. I don't like the cages except when I need the Moment lens. When I need the Moment lens, I'll put it on. I normally use a gimbal. The Insta360 gimbal is my favorite setup. The other thing, one of the other things that we're going to talk about here, so that's this one. Small rig handheld cage for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. We also have something else that I'm holding in my hand. Let's go over here. And I highly recommend these as well. These are the Ulanzi Quick Release System. This is on sale, 20% off. I bought 2 more. I have a dozen of these. And what this is a quick release system that you can lock on and off. Just snaps on. Snap on, snap off. Everything I have, all my cameras, my tripods, everything, I use this system. It's fantastic. You can also lock it so it can't be removed. It's a little switch right there. But I use this for everything. Everything I'm mounting, I'm using that system. So I just bought 2 more because the price is really, really good. $20 instead of normally $29. This is little tripod legs. I got the big ones. I don't like the small ones. The small ones are too wobbly for me. But that's something else that's on sale. The Ulanzi system. Now, let's go to something else here. Let me see if I can find, not if I can find, let's go here. Let's go here. These, look at this, 4 terabyte drive, SSD drive, 182, 4 terabyte. 4 terabyte SSD drive, 182. I got my first one that I've been using, and I liked it so much, I got a second one. This is the Samsung T7 Shield. I got this from my Lumix S5 Mark IIX because the Lumix X5 Mark IIX cannot record to 4 terabyte drives. It can only record to 2 terabyte maximum. Look at the difference in size. This is 4 terabyte. This is 2 terabyte. Look how tiny this thing is. This is the crucial X9. Do not get the X10 if you want to use it with your iPhone. The X9 is faster transferring data to and from your iPhone. I don't know why. It's probably okay with the Mac, but this is, with my test with the iPhone, this is my favorite drive for recording ProRes log from the iPhone. Look at this tiny little thing compared to this. It's smaller in every dimension. 4 terabytes, 182 right now. Normally it's $200 and some dollars. Normally it is, what does it say? No, normally $251. You're saving a lot. That's a 4 terabyte SSD. If you shoot on it with your iPhone, ProRes log, you can just disconnect it and plug it directly into your Mac and transfer files from it. Of course, you could edit off of it, but I wouldn't edit anything without a backup copy. I would not edit anything without a backup copy. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. It is appreciated. That's another deal right now. What else do we have here? Let me just check this. Let me just check that. All right. Now, let's see what else we have. I did the LumaFusion one, right? I did the Ripple Train. Oh, here's another one that's really, really good, which is really, really good. Let's do this one. Highly recommend Audio Design Desk, ADD. 50% off all perpetual licenses and annual subscription plans for Audio Design Desk during our Black Friday sale. So they give you, this is the way a company should work, including Apple. They give you a choice of a subscription or a perpetual license. Subscription or perpetual license. They don't make you just do a subscription. This is the way a good company should operate. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. It's appreciated. Not only that, this application is fantastic. Not only for sound design, they also have music tracks that they put in there that are royalty-free that you can use. You can also use some of their musical sound things to make your own music. So it's not only for embed like Foley effects and stuff, and they update it all the time. Great, great company. Great product. I could not get along without the version, the Audio Design Desk plugin, but the 50% off is fantastic, a fantastic price for them. It really is good. I use it all the time. I use it all the time. So have I saved you any money yet? Have it cost you any money? There we go. Just checking the App Store. Make sure they don't update Final Cut while we're talking. So far, no, they have not. I don't know if they update it in different countries at different times. That I don't know. Dennis Jones, I wish Motion VFX would do the same or offer a standalone subscription for. There's a lot of controversy about that. I'm not a fan of subscriptions. What the heck? I'm not a fan of. Then my phone just decided to start playing. So I've followed that. I don't use that product, so it doesn't affect me for Motion VFX. But I've seen a lot of people complaining about it. The way they did their customers. These companies like Motion VFX and others, listen to your customers. Your customers are who made you. Your customers, you should listen to your customers. Give them a choice. Don't cram unfair subscriptions down their throats. Do not do that. Your customers will turn on you, as Filmic Pro found out. Waves is another one that did that overnight about a year ago, and they turned around within 3 or 4 days because social media was excoriating them. Absolutely justifiably, I was joining right in on that. They just did that overnight, went to subscription only for their plugins. I've been buying their plugins for years and years and years. I don't mind paying for an upgrade. If I bought a perpetual license, I don't mind paying for an upgrade. If Final Cut Pro goes from version 10 to version 11 and there's a price for it, that's completely fine. I absolutely want to support them. Now, some of the smaller companies that have subscriptions, I support them as well. I have 2 or 3 subscriptions. Ecamm Live is a perfect example. What I'm broadcasting with, I really like their product. I had a perpetual license. They gave me the option, because they care about their customers, they gave me the option to transition that perpetual license into a pro license at a steeply discounted rate, yearly rate, probably paying 1/3 of what everybody else pays. So that's because they took care of their customers. And not only that, but I can go back to my perpetual license if I ever wanted to. That's how you take care of your customers. Don't cram these subscriptions down our throats. If you start your product with a subscription, that's different. That's different. People can choose or not choose. Also, Final Cut Pro for the iPad, the subscription for that is very, very reasonable. Okay, it's $4.99 a month. $5 a month. Very, very reasonable. Thank you for the thumbs up. It's appreciated. So that subscription I don't mind. The other thing I don't mind about the Final Cut Pro on the iPad subscription, I wish they gave you a ability to buy it outright. At least say, here's a license for 2 years. We'll give you updates for 2 years for $50, whatever. That's fine. Give us the option. The good thing about the Final Cut Pro on the iPad, it's so easy to start and stop subscriptions on your phone. It's simple. With Apple, has made it simple. You go into your iPhone settings and go to subscriptions, start and stop with a click of the button. If I start my subscription to Final Cut for the iPad at the first of the month, I can immediately go in there and say, cancel subscription. It'll automatically won't renew at the end of the month. It'll run for the month. It automatically won't renew, so you won't worry about forgetting it. So I don't mind the Final Cut Pro for iPad, but I still wish they gave us an option to buy it outright, at least for a couple of years. Buy it outright. We'll give you updates for a year, 2 years, whatever. A lot of companies do that. Don't cram subscriptions down our throats. You make a lot of enemies that way. What else do we have? I don't even know what that is. Oh, here's another one. Topaz Video AI. I use it all the time for cleaning up video. It's not a plugin for Final Cut. It's not a plugin, but it does a fantastic, fantastic job of not only cleaning up noisy video, but upscaling it. You can upscale your video at the same time that you're denoising it. It's a standalone app, not a plugin, but I use it all the time. It does a great job. So I took advantage of this myself. The upgrade plan is normally $149, I think, instead of $299, it's half price. But I got an additional 20% off. I think I paid $129, and that gives me 1 year of free updates. Topaz Video AI, I can't recommend it highly enough. I don't use the other one that's popular, the plugin for Final Cut. I use this one. Shop Black Friday. Here you go. They have bundles, video and photos together and stuff. But I only care. Video AI upgrades. This is what I got. Instead of $149, I got it for $129. So I got a little bit more off. So I got another 12 months for it. because I haven't updated it for a long time. The version that I have continues to work. They don't force you to upgrade, to update. The version that I have, which was 3 point something, continued to work. They didn't force you to pay a subscription every month. They just said, if you want these features, you have to upgrade. And they gave me an extra 20% off, so I went ahead and upgraded. So I'm good for another year. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. It is appreciated. Let's see what else we have here. Black Friday is here. Newer. I'm not going to do the major plugins. I'm not going to do Motion VFX and stuff. You guys know about them. Well, I'll do them. Let me just do them real quick. You know, Motion VFX. Black Friday. Use the code Black Friday. 20% off all products. Motion VFX. Everybody knows them. And then the other one is what is the other one? Motion VFX, and then the other one, the other big company. It's the same company, Motion VFX, and whatever the other one is, I forget, to be honest with you. I thought I had them bookmarked, but apparently not. I forget. The other big one, I don't remember. Whatever they are, the other big one like Motion VFX. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. It is appreciated. So I like doing things in advance when I can. And I've already started my journey to NAB 2024. I started looking into prices and stuff. It's in the middle of April. I'm planning on going there and looking for anything Final Cut Pro related. Last year there was zero Final Cut Pro news at NAB. Who knows what's going to happen this year? It doesn't make any difference. I enjoy going there. Now, some of the events that I went to the Media Motion Ball last time, and for the first time, it was really cool. The Super Meet. I don't know. Are they having a Super Meet this year? They didn't have one last year. They just radio silent. Those are some of the things that I'd like to go to. Let me just look that up real quick. Supermeet.com. Did they? Oh, here we go. There we go. Monday, April 15th, Super Meet 2024. That's very, very good. Super Meets 2024. He had some health issues, Dan Berube did, in 2023, so I had to cancel. But 2024 is on track for Monday. That is fantastic news. I look forward to that Super Meet. So that'd be great. That'll be one of my highlights of going to NAB 2024. But anyway, I've already started the process of looking into getting hotels and airfare and all that stuff. I like doing it early. With the way I do things, you can buy stuff, you can cancel up to within a couple of days without any fee. Same with the airfare. So that's very, very cool. Now, all my friends, editors in the United States, I want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. I want to wish you, every single one of you, a happy Thanksgiving. I enjoy Thanksgiving quite a bit. So it's coming up. And Saturday, I'll be back. Final Cut Pro and coffee. Final Cut TV and coffee, I mean. Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. That's the normal time I do it. But I wanted to come back on today and do this plug-in thing. Did I miss any? I don't think I did. I think I got every one of them that I wanted to. Let's just check over there. Yeah, we're on there. Let me just check. Everything is good. Everything's sounding good. I like my audio sound. I got a TLM 103 microphone, Neumann, and I got the Apollo Twin X. I've been messing with sound for a long time. I had a recording studio in the 80s and 90s, and that's what I did. I didn't edit video until the late 90s. I never did film or anything. So, what do you think? 10.7 didn't come out today? No big deal. We'll get it when it comes out. Let's just double check to make sure they didn't sneak it out on us. I want to give kudos to the Final Cut Pro team. I want to give kudos to Apple. I want to give kudos to Future Media Conferences. They did a fantastic, fantastic job over there at the Creative Summit this year. Did not disappoint. Did not disappoint. Maybe next year we'll go back to the Juniper, which worked a little better because we were staying at different hotels and going back and forth. In my case, it was about a mile. But I understand. I'm not complaining about that. Other people are, but I'm not complaining about that. I had a good time. The energy level of the Final Cut Pro Creative Summit was through the roof this time. This is one of the new friends that I met over there at the Creative Summit, Jen Jager. You're being filmed in ProRes Log. This is the first time?
This is the first time.
There you go.
What an amazing moment. Thank you.
It absolutely is an
Thank you
amazing
for capturing this moment.
Oh, absolutely.
Amazing.
She introduced herself the last night we were staying there. She did a great job. Here's a little bit of iJustine.
The algorithm is actually your audience. And when he said that, I was like, no, I want to keep blaming the algorithm for why my views are bad and not, look back and take a look at the content, because I know the type of content that my viewers like. They love Apple content and they love tips and tricks. They love anytime I do anything with an iPhone. So no matter what, I know if I post a video about any of those specific things, they don't do well. I'm like, okay, that wasn't my fault. That was something in the algorithm. But really kind of finding that fine line between what your audience does like and what you like.
iJustine, she had a presentation there at the beginning. And here's our friend Gabriel Spalding. I sat down with Gabe at the Pete's Cafe. These are just small snippets of interviews. I have longer versions of them, but this is just a snippet. So here we are at Final Cut Pro Creative Summit 2023. Apple announced Final Cut Pro 10.7 to us exclusively worldwide, then announced it to the rest of the world. So what did you think about the Apple presentation first? We were at Apple Park.
I was reassured. I mean, I'm a big die-hard Final Cut guy, but the last few years things have gotten a little bleak as far as the update cycle. None of the features that they announced are anything I specifically requested, but they're all going to be super useful. And we also got a glimpse and a hint of some other things. So I feel really optimistic right now.
And
it feels good to be a Final Cut user again.
That was our friend. And we'll just do a couple more. This is Mark Spencer at the Expo night. Scrolling timeline. I was shocked when I saw that icon yesterday.
The scrolling timeline. No, I saw you. I was sitting a few rows behind you, and you did this hallelujah thing.
Give me some credit here. Mark, and one more. It's very loud in here. I'm not sure if anybody can even hear me. I'm going to walk around and do some interviews the best we can with my iPhone 15 Pro Max. We're live. What'd you think about the Creative Summit?
I think it's been a really great creative summit. A lot of energy.
It is.
More energy than I felt for a while, and I feel like this is like the biggest one in terms of sheer numbers of people.
The Final Cut Pro team yesterday seemed very energized and very exuberant,
Yeah.
to say the least. And this whole crowd, I think, is as well.
Yeah, and I've been monitoring Twitter/X, and I noticed there's a lot of hashtags about this event going out. Lots of them.
Yes.
And I think that's good because that it's showing people that there's a very vibrant, passionate community of Final Cut Pro users. A lot of good energy, a lot of fun.
Absolutely. So there you go. There you go. Steve, Mark Spencer, Gabriel Spalding, Jen Jager, Justine. I've interviewed everybody at the Creative Summit. Got lots. I have 1.5 terabytes of video from the Creative Summit. 1.5 terabytes. Some of it's Apple ProRes log, some of it's from my Lumix S5 Mark II-X. And over the next week or so, I've already put out those clips. I'll do a few more clips, and then I'm going to do a quick video compilation of those clips. Let's hope we get, well, to be honest with you, since Final Cut 10.7 hasn't come out yet, I don't think it's going to come out today. Probably next Tuesday would be my guess. I'd be very surprised if it came out tomorrow, Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. It's certainly not come over the holiday. So I would say the next best time would be next Tuesday, November the 28th. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. My American friends, absolutely. Have a good holiday with your family and friends and everything. And I will see you Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, Final Cut TV and Coffee. Thanks, every one of you, for tuning in today. I appreciate it. I will talk to you later. Saturday. Happy Thanksgiving.